The World Economic Forum has launched a new initiative in South Africa to help the small business sector. This comes after a report by the forum that small and mid-sized enterprises represent around 90% of all firms globally, and by some estimates contribute to up to 70% of employment and global GDP. I caught up with Olivier Schwab, the MD of WEF, about the launch of the new Champions local chapter for South Africa and asked what this is all about.
The New Champions community it's a new initiative of the World Economic Forum. As you know, we traditionally engage with large global multinationals, but as you mentioned, a significant fabric of our societies is driven by small and medium-sized enterprises. And so the New Champions initiative is a way to bring access to these medium-sized companies, to our ecosystem of networks, to our content, and we're hoping to build this community globally, and we're starting here in South Africa.
You announced the South Africa chapter of the New Champions initiative. Why is this important for South African businesses, and why did you choose South Africa of all the places in the world that you could have extended this chapter to?
So we're starting here because, well, for one, we have some very engaged new champions who are helping us drive and grow the community locally that is Risk Insight and supported with Imperial. And together with them, we've launched the first global chapter here in South Africa. As I said, we bring to the community content, we bring a peer network and access to our ecosystem, to our experts. And that's how we can support small and medium-sized enterprises who do need support in order to grow and thrive as they are major contributors of employment and of growth in most societies around the world.
Mr. Schwab, Risk Insights and Imperial that you have just mentioned as the organizations and businesses you will be championing, and they will be helping the small businesses here. They've chosen 3 initial projects which are focused on critical issues for South Africa. Tell us about this when you look at the need for this particular country and the needs that are there for small businesses.
Yes, so the projects are chosen by the local community of New Champions because they are the ones who know what the local community needs. They are the ones who understand what are some of the priorities. The 3 projects that were chosen in this instance to start with, and I hope there will be many more, is SA Trails, which aims to build trails next to roads in order for children and commuters to move safely along the roads. It's set up Step Up to a Green Startup, which educates young people on matters of sustainability and environmental protection. And it's Unjani Clinics Network, which brings healthcare to local communities. So these projects were chosen by the local group of New Champions, and it's also a demonstration that with relatively little investment, you actually can have an outsized impact. And so we're very proud to support those.
A recent report also released by the World Economic Forum also points to small businesses, as I said, being the key drivers of the global economy and sustainable development objectives, particularly in the focus, if the focus now is on economic recovery and job creation. What do you hope the impact will be through this local chapter now officially in South Africa?
So what we see is that a lot of these young entrepreneurial organizations are very forward-thinking. They bring new business models into the society, they have ESG and sustainability embedded in their strategies as they develop and as they grow. And so, I think this is quite encouraging. And these are the type of organizations that we'd like to bring as part of the New Champions community that show this type of forward thinking and sustainable mindset, while of course also driving growth and being profitable enterprises.
There are people right now sitting at home watching this particular interview and wondering exactly, how can I start my own business? It's not an easy thing. The world right now is facing a lot of huge challenges in terms of the rise in inflation, the high cost of living. What should I be focusing on as a young entrepreneur sitting at home wanting to actually make sure that I start a business that is sustainable? What should I be focusing on to get that business, to get my business ready for the future and an ever-changing economy?
Thanks, Xolani. Yes, so my one advice would be, if you're a young entrepreneur, join a local community of like-minded entrepreneurs, because that's where you will learn, that's where you will be able to interact with your peers. And as you mentioned, of course, the world is challenging today, and I think it's important for business owners, large and small, to understand the global macro movements of the world, because they have impact and ripple effects no matter where you are and no matter whether you're operating locally or regionally. So that's quite important. However, today there's more opportunities for entrepreneurs than there ever was before with technology and digitization. I think that there are a lot of opportunities for great ideas to actually become reality. So join a local group of entrepreneurs, and you will be on your way.